Peace. What's good, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's talk about and discuss Impact Wrestling for September the 15th, 2022. This was an okay episode. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing spectacular. We're still focused on Victory Road. The go home show is next week. I don't see the need in having Victory Road. I just don't. I feel like they need to focus on Bound for Glory. Impact's trying to do a little bit too much at this point in time. Just a little bit too much. I'm not even all that interested in next week's Victory Road. I'm just being honest. This is not something that I really care about. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We kick the show off with the first of two championship matches. Mike Bailey versus Masara Dorada, which really is the real name of Grand Metalik. So I'm right. So I'm glad I found out about that shit. I did the Wikipedia search and that's what popped up. It's interesting. So he's just working in CMLL and just doing a couple tapings for Impact. I'm fine with that. Hopefully they do sign Mascara. I mean, they really do. I've always liked Grand Metalik. I really have. You know, he was a solid guy in WWE. He just got shafted. You know, while he was on the main roster and shit. But stuff happens. So Mike Bailey, he retained via the Ultimate Weapon. Who really gives a shit? You know, fuck Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey can fuck off. Like, for real. I can't stand him. Boring as shit. Boring and bland. Mike Bailey has been an embarrassment as X Division champion. And the fact that Impact had the audacity and the unmitigated gall to allow this guy, this jobber, to defeat 8 people in a row, it just doesn't make any sense. It really just doesn't. It's doing Impact an injustice and a disservice. They've got to do better. So, post-match, Bailey and Dorada, they give each other a handshake, embrace one another. Kenny King comes out from and attacking from behind, and he lays out Bailey with the Royal Flush, and then he takes out Dorada as well, but then Dorada makes the save, and Kenny King retreats. Moving on, we had Violent by Design, Diener, and Eric Young. They were in the backwoods of a beaten down shack, run down shack on location. And they had a bunch of indie guys and one indie girl saying that their name is Violence. And Diener was beating a couple of their asses, which is so fucking stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. I dig where this is going, but I just, in a sense, don't kind of like it because Diener makes everything boring. You know, Diener has always been the weak link of Violent by Design. And like I said last week, hopefully Joe Doring overcomes this and beats this to where they can kind of kick out Diener and make a more demented and bizarre form of Violent by Design. Diener just makes Violent by Design look like a bunch of jobbers. That's just my opinion. Next, we had Scott D'Amore. So he gave praises to Mike Bailey for his Strangle Open Challenge title defenses and winning over the past couple months. So Scott tells Bailey that He'll defend his title at Victory Road against one of Ring of Honor's all-time best, Delirious. And I was like, oh shit, it's about to go down. But not only that, he also decided to bring back the Triple Threat Revolver. And it's going to be a series of matches. So, Trey Miguel, Kenny King, Black Taurus, Laredo Kid, Alex Shelley. No, my bad. Laredo Kid, Alex Zane, Yuya Yamira, Mia Yim for whatever reason, and Frankie Kazarian. It just doesn't make any sense. This I like, but it's bad because why are you adding Mia Yim? Why are we doing this indie shit? Impact needs to stop this shit. Enough is enough. They can't be this outlaw indie promotion where we do this intergender shit. Mia Yim does not need to be a part of this. It just doesn't make any sense. Hopefully, Delirious will win. Hopefully. I don't know. Next, we had Decay versus Moose and Steve Maclin. Decay, they win via a roll-up. Moose was talking shit to a fan or whatever, jaw-jacking, and Black Taurus rolled up Steve Maclin. Then Sami Callihan, he appears from the balcony, and he revealed a video chat between Moose and R.D. Evans. So he proves that Moose took out Maclin, or he recruited Maclin to take out someone a while back. This was earlier on in the year, and because he mentioned Morrissey as well. Then then it also revealed that Moose was going to turn his back on Maclin before Maclin had the opportunity to do the same to him. And then Maclin says they made a new deal. Nothing's going to stop them from tearing Callihan apart in the barbed wire massacre. And then Callihan has another hidden camera, Exhibit B, saying that he's going to eliminate, that Maclin was going to eliminate Moose before he gets stabbed in the back. And then tensions start to flare and everything else, and the two guys, they start brawling with one another. Then out of nowhere, Sami he attacks Maclin with the barbed wire baseball bat, and Moose tails ass up the ramp. This is boring. I'm not really digging this at all. That's just my honest opinion. It's just not something that I really give two shits about. And the fact that this is going to be the main event of Victory Road says a lot. I just don't get it. I really don't. Because what does this prove? Storyline purposes. What is this? What's the end goal of all this shit? Seriously, what's the end goal? Next, we had a backstage segment involving Jessica, Rosemary, and Ty Valkyrie. So Rosemary and Jessica, they're arguing back and forth about how, over who cost Ty Valkyrie her match against Jessica Green last week. And then Valkyrie mentioned that she has an idea that'll get everybody on the same page. Okay, who cares? Next, we had my girl, Killer Kelly versus Alicia. She tapped her out with the Killer Clutch, while Savannah Evans and Tasha Steels were on commentary. And Killer Kelly, she taunted both Steels and Savannah again. And then Tasha Steels got into the ring, and both of them had a stare down. And then Kelly whispers the words, "See you at Victory Road." And I was like, oh shit, it's going to go down. So I'm kind of excited for this. Like I said before, the Knockouts division is going to be rebuilt through the Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich. Those are going to be your two main women that are going to hold down this division. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I'm excited for that. Post-match, Tasha, she orders Savannah to get into the ring, like I mentioned before. And she had a steel chair with her, that being Savannah Evans. But Kelly pries the chair away from Evans, and she drags Tasha into the ring. And then they have a face-to-face. And like I said before, they'll see each other at Victory Road. Then we had a vignette featuring Joe Hendry. So he's doing some stuff with Impact Wrestling. That's interesting, I guess. Probably another comedic character. Oh, joy. Like, we don't have enough fucking morons running around doing comedic gimmicks that don't make any sense. A.K.A. Brian Myers. Oh, my God. But yeah, it should be interesting, I guess. Next, second championship match of the night. Honor No More, featuring Matt Taven and Mike Bennett with Maria Kanellis versus Josh Alexander and Rich Swann for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. Eddie Edwards, he comes out towards the end of the match, and he cost Swann and Alexander a shot at the gold. But it was actually Heath who got caught by the referee. He did a wake-up call to, I believe, Kanellis. So, yeah. So they were pissed about that, both Alexander and Rich Swann. Rich Swann needs to go ahead and shave his head. Seriously. Like, he looks like he's homeless with those dreads. He really does. Like, holy shit. Just shave your head, bro. Next, Ziggy Dice. He has an envelope in hand, and he's delivering pizza to Jordynne Grace. And they mentioned some stuff, how, Marsha's going to kill her and everything else. And then they also hand her an envelope. She opens it up. It's a picture of Max the Impaler. And Dice tells her that if she doesn't come out of the match 100%, Marsha's going to kill her at Bound for Glory. And then Grace doesn't take too kindly to the words of Ziggy Dice and Swinger, Johnny Swinger. And she throws a pizza in both their faces. And she challenges Ziggy Dice to a match next week. More indie shit. But that is going to be pretty cool right there to see Jordynne versus Max the Impaler. It's going to be some pretty good shit. Heath, he's backstage. He's apologizing to Josh Alexander and Rich Swann for causing a DQ earlier in their match for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. Scott D'Amore, he challenges Swann, Heath, and Alexander to get on the same page to take on Honor No More in a 6-man tag at Victory Road. Next, we had Mickie James versus Hyrun. So she wins via the McDDT. Post-match, Giselle Shaw, she comes out. She confronts Mickie James. And Shaw says, if this is what it's come down to, Mickie begging for matches and wrestling nobodies, Shaw says that Mickie is only delaying the inevitable. Her career is coming to an end. And then Shaw just challenges her to a match at Victory Road. Like, okay, this is a waste of time. We all know that Mickey's going to win this. Like, who gives a fuck about Giselle Shaw? Like, seriously. They're not going to do anything with her anyway. Next, we have some digital media nonsense. So, Brian Myers, he's on a ladder, and he says that he's ridden the roller coaster of success and failure in the wrestling business for better than anyone else. Myers claims that in the next couple of weeks, the next week's digital media championship ladder match against Pagender, the ladder of success is going to come crashing down on him. Who cares? I'm just glad that they're having the match next week. It makes no sense. Like, this is the Impact's version of the 24/7 championship. That's really what it is. Then they run down the card for next week. Main event: The Good Brothers, featuring Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, versus the River City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. The Guns win via Skull and Bones. The team shake hands, they do the two sweet, and they embrace one another, and we go off the air with all four guys raising their hands in the air, and that's how we go off the air. Pretty okay episode. It could have been a lot better. We're still focused on Victory Road, but Victory Road to me is just not doing it. I'm more focused on Bound for Glory. Victory Road really isn't needed. You can't build a decent card and get heat on most of these matches. You really need to save that stuff for Bound for Glory, because you're trying to put so much on one card, and then you have to build for another 2 weeks for Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory is in like 3 weeks. So I don't know what they're gonna do. It is what it is, but Impact needs some help, man. They need some help. Impact is struggling right now. They're struggling beyond belief, and they're gonna have to do better. They really are gonna have to do better. Josh Alexander, he has no more challengers outside of Eddie Edwards after this feud has concluded with Eddie Edwards. I really don't know what they're gonna do. It seems like Aussie Open, they're gonna challenge the Motor City Machine Guns either at Victory Road or at Bound for Glory. They probably do it at Bound for Glory. I read a couple places sites where some reported it might be next week, which I think it is, because they did challenge the winners of the tag match. So that should be kind of cool, but I don't know what they're gonna do in the grand scheme of things. But this episode of Impact was okay. Hopefully the go home show will be a lot better, and these matches will mean something. But outside of the Honor and the More stuff and the Jordan Gray stuff, everything else is just missable, and it's just a waste of time. It really is. I feel like they should try to focus on Bound for Glory and make it the biggest event that it could possibly be for Impact. Impact's gonna have to do a lot better than what they're doing, and I don't know how they go about it, but they've got to get away from Axstv. They've got to bring in a lot more talent. I'm talking about not these indie jobbers, but real actual talent that you can make stars in. Create stars out of. They're gonna have to do something. They really are, because Impact right now is just struggling. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Tune in.